Yeah. Hey, yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast,
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil.
and I'm Leroy. All right, now we got another TikTok video. This is our people's eight at the table. We did their podcast. We did a review on them once before. Now they read a letter where mother says that she won't attend a wedding if dad walks daughter down the aisle. Here's the video.
If my daddy was sorry and wasn't around, you don't get the privilege of walking me down the aisle.
But
That
was-
is a
was he sorry, though?
hold on. He wasn't there. I'm sorry. If you don't raise your kids and you're not there, you sorry. You a sorry. That's what you are. You understand? So if you are not there and you got a relationship 2 or 3 years ago, cool. He should be a part of it. He should be there. But I think if you were so set in wanting him to walk you down the aisle, cool. Let that be your choice. Sit in it, be comfortable with it, and be okay with your mama not being there. That it is what it is. Like we're
She's
making
petty.
a whole bunch.
If the daughter decides she want her dad, no matter if his dad was there or not, and she obviously got a relationship with him, and she want her dad there, why would you abandon your daughter being a mom? You should
Well,
still be there for her.
I say that it's none of the mom's business whether
Exactly.
the
Well, that's
father's
what I
there or
mean.
not. Right.
If her dad was never there all her life, but now she's older and she want to build a relationship with her dad, that's between them. You
Mhm.
can still be supporting your daughter at the wedding without supporting him.
Right.
Excuses. You're an adult. You're getting married.
Look at my man want to say something so bad too.
You want your daddy to walk you down the aisle? Let him do it. But it's to the expense of your mother not being there.
So the mom wants to control a situation where the adult wants her father there, and the mom just gonna be so upset, whereas though she's not gonna go to the wedding because the
That's
dad
crazy.
is there. Hey, that's none of your, whatever type of relationship
She's still
they have
holding,
is none
she's
of
still
their
holding
business.
grudges against the dad. That's what it is.
Right.
Which should
She's entitled to her feelings.
It's
She's
still wrong.
entitled to being hurt after she done moved mountains and did X, Y, and Z for you.
Okay.
Period.
Could the father say the same thing?
What mountains did he move when he wasn't there?
You don't know why he wasn't there.
I think
Exactly. That's what I said. You don't know what that type of situation is. The mom probably was doing stuff to keep the father away. You just never know.
but he's entitled to how they
Did you say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
feel.
It was too many people like hollering and talking and stuff. I thought you said something.
Still, she needs
You
to
never
make a
need to.
decision.
We don't need to
Don't
know
know.
what she
No.
wants.
You're right.
The eye-opening fact is this: she still wants her father there, which means whatever her mother has done wasn't enough. Which
Nah,
means
that's not what it
whoever-
means.
What do you mean? Whoever her mother is to her wasn't enough, because if you're looking at it from a perspective, which I can understand. Now,
And do brothers still wear jeans with all those holes in it?
I don't know. I don't wear that shit. But I don't wear pink either. So
if you didn't raise your child,
Well, even when that was a style, I just rather like regular blue jeans. I don't like no cuts and no lines and this and that.
well, I had like the little I wore like some jeans. I forget what the name was, some fancy shit or whatever at the time. And it had like the little ones near the knees like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't no big ass joint like this with your whole thigh hanging out.
Right. It's like if that's the case, you might as well just wear shorts.
for whatever reason, I don't co-sign with you. I do think that you're a lame ass individual.
He could have been an usher.
But what I'm saying
He could have been an usher. Okay.
is that child or adult has a
Our girl there been dogged by a man and stuff. She must be raising the kid by herself and everything. So she's got feelings with this letter. Says a message. I don't know what you want to call it.
relationship with that father that has not been fully explained here, but it is very telling that the relationship is strong enough for her to consider her own mother not potentially being at her wedding, who was there.
And I think that's the thing. I don't disagree with you. I think if that feeling is so strong, you feel so strongly about your daddy being there,
Stick to it. Let them be there.
And,
Yeah.
and it's going to be to the
Man, just say we're on your mind, sir. Don't just sit there. He just wanted to say something so bad.
exclusion of your mama. Then make your choice and stand in it. We don't want to hear about, oh, well, maybe the mom did this, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a f? You make a decision because that is what adults do. I can guarantee you at my wedding, if I said, if my mama didn't agree with my choice, baby, it's your choice to be there or not. Because you know what's going to happen? The wedding's still going to go on. That's what's going to happen. So, old girl, you need to make a decision and stick by it. And if that changes the relationship with your mama, then so be it, because that is a choice you made.
Well, first of all, before she said that she decided she wanted her father to walk her down the aisle, she said that I want both of my parents to be included on my wedding day.
Of course.
So it doesn't have to be that role, but she started off this whole...
What other role is he supposed to be? Like the usher, as the other woman said?
Situation telling us that she was raised primarily by her mom and that her mom worked hard, gave up things, blah, blah. Like, she knows everything that her mom did for her.
She's trying to justify her mother's reasoning for giving her an ultimatum, although she's still on the fence. And even with all that she's did, there's still this other side of the spectrum that she's still leaning towards or still caught in between that has enough force to keep her from absolutely going with her mother's ultimatum.
I think it's the fact that she didn't have a daddy. So now daddy's around. You're going to crave that. She's been craving
I was about to say, I think that she wants that, like, father walking her down the aisle.
She wants
that experience. She just want to miss out on it. She just wants that experience, and she's not thinking about what that would mean for her mom.
It couldn't be critical thinking.
What do you mean?
There's no way that she could have seen, like he said, what has gone on with her and her mother in the relationship, and seen like, okay, there could be another side to the situation, and that's why she kept.
That's the same thing we said earlier at the start of it. You don't know what went on between them two, and the mom could have been the one that was keeping the father away, or at a distance. I don't know what you want to call it. And she wanted to know what was up about it. If the dude was a complete dirtbag or Rolling Stone, as the older folks used to say back in the day, and if they pieced it out and she wants someone to walk down the aisle, that's not none of the mom's business. If you still mad at him and all that stuff, just ignore him when he at the wedding. Don't say nothing to him.
With her father, and now she's making a decision as an adult.
But if it's important, why she didn't include that? Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you check out.
That was it with the clip there. So shout out to 8 at the Table. Well, we got another video. We got Cinnamon London is spelled just like it sounds. She said she didn't know she was a single mother. Here's the video.
Why do people say single mother and the father literally picks their kid up every week? Like, people use the term single mother just because they don't have a man or they don't have a significant other. That's not the same thing. I've always thought a single...
Young ladies, go to school and get an education, please. Do you know the difference between single mother and is the guy married you? Are y'all in the house together? If that's not the case, then you're a single mother. Even if the dad around, that ain't saying it's calling you a single mother don't mean that the father's not around.
Single mother was someone who is taking care of that child by themselves. Like, they are a singular parent, not a mother who doesn't have a man. Now I'm just a single mother. Like, what? Am I wrong? Like,
very.
Because I always thought single mother, there's no one else helping you out. The father isn't in the picture. That's what I thought of as single mother. Just like when I hear single father, I think that the mother isn't in the picture, not that you don't have a significant other. What?
Oh, goodness gracious. Get your educations, young ladies. Don't listen to these women on here on this TikTok. Well, we go to Miami, Florida, where Miami-Dade Sheriff Deputy Carrie Marianda Blum was arrested for allegedly having sexual relationship with a 17-year-old girl, threatened to kill the teen when she tried to end the relationship. Here's the report.
New details tonight about a Miami-Dade sheriff's deputy and allegations of a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old. Federal documents are saying the deputy recorded the two having intercourse and even threatened to kill her.
NBC6's Jamie Garola is live outside of Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office headquarters in Doral with more on those accusations. Jamie?
The sheriff says she is very disturbed by the arrest of one of her deputies. The feds laying out in specific detail an alarming and concerning sexually charged relationship that was toxic, allegedly, between a teenager and a 51-year-old deputy. This is Deputy Carly Bloom on the job with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. She's been with the agency 29 years. Tonight, she's in a Georgia jail facing hefty federal charges for her alleged relationship with a 17-year-old girl.
I'm very disturbed by the arrest of one of our deputies. Ultimately, we will always cooperate in law enforcement investigations.
According to federal documents obtained by NBC6, somebody tipped off the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office about Bloom's alleged relationship with the girl because of her declining mental health. The tipster, described as Witness 1, showed law enforcement a device that allegedly had several videos depicting Deputy Bloom engaged in sex acts with the victim when she was under 18 years old. It's unclear how the two met, but the feds say Bloom traveled from Miami to Georgia to have sex with the teen. Investigators also uncovered Instagram messages that were sexual or romantic in nature. There was also a message from Bloom that referred to the purchase of a car for the victim. The complaint says registration records confirmed the purchase. Also, allegedly on Instagram, this string of threatening messages written by Bloom when the victim tried to end their relationship. Bloom allegedly wrote, "We are never done. Leave me."
Is this woman insane?
Yes.
Exactly, because she's saying that we ain't over, and she texted the girl that she was going to cut her throat.
And see what happens. I will effing drive my favorite knife through your throat and twist it and watch you slowly.
This is a cop. Now, she know that this stuff is forever.
Mm-hmm. All right, now the deputy was arrested yesterday and is now in a Georgia jail. Coming up new at 6 o'clock, we'll tell you how this whole situation impacted the victim's mental health. Reporting live tonight from the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, Jamie Garola, NBC6 News.
Gracious, man.
She'll play crazy and get a slap on the wrist. We know how it go.
Mm-hmm. Well, we going to Fulton County, Georgia, where Shakia Perkins has pleaded guilty to the murder of her wife, Cornisha Perkins, after retrieving a gun moments before the crime in November 2022. It was November 2022 when it happened, and they just had the court.
New at 6, a Channel 2 Action News exclusive. Look closely. For the first time, we're seeing video of a woman retrieving a gun moments before.
Should I say it? There's a little shadow there, 5 o'clock shadow there under there. I'll leave it alone, sir.
Where she murdered her wife. She's now pleaded guilty to the crime, and Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live in Midtown Atlanta. Mark, there were allegations of domestic violence before the murder.
Of course there was.
Mm-hmm.
Domestic violence is like real high on female to female couples, and the divorce rate for the ones that want to get married. That shit is like way higher in both situations than male female situations.
Yes.
Got out on bond.
Yeah, a prosecutor with the Fulton County DA's Domestic Violence Division says while the video shows the killer getting the gun moments before this murder, his experience looking at abusive relationships shows how often victims sadly stay in or return to a relationship even as the violence escalates.
In the Perkins case, it is a wife who kills her wife. There had been escalating.
That is our old girl.
Violence.
In November 2022, Shakia Perkins shot out of the house she shared with her wife, Cornisha Perkins, stalked to her car, and came back with a gun in her left hand. Then Shakia shot Cornisha in the head and killed her, says Fulton County Senior Assistant District Attorney Travis Thomas.
Pretty soon after we showed that video, she decided to take the plea.
He says last month, Shakia Perkins pled guilty to murder and more.
She ultimately pled to life with the possibility of parole. That was a plea deal that was offered. So she admitted everything.
Thomas says though they shared the bond of matrimony on the day of the murder, Shakia Perkins should not have been near her wife because Shakia was out on bond totaling $70,000 on charges of aggravated assault, criminal damage to property, terroristic threats, felony, and arson first degree. Conditions including must not come within 200 yards of the victim in those alleged incidents, which was Cornisha.
She tried to run Cornisha off the road in her car, and this all happened within months of this incident. Also, there was an incident where she set Cornisha's car, she had a Jeep, set her car on fire in a driveway.
Common says in the vehicle arson, a person
Some girl-on-girl violence, boy. Girl-on-girl domestic violence.
believed to be Shakaya Perkins can be seen on doorbell video in the vicinity of the fire. And in another incident, she kicked the door of a residence where Cornisha temporarily stayed. The prosecutor says charges relating to the alleged incidents before the murder were dismissed since Shakaya Perkins agreed to plead guilty in the murder case and accept a life with the possibility of parole sentence. Prosecutor Thomas told us he's a former Army officer who did 2 tours in Iraq. But his work as a domestic violence prosecutor in Fulton County has showed him the toll escalating violence can take.
Recognize domestic violence and seek help. There's a lot of organizations out there that will help.
A transcript indicates the defense said, "My client has never been in real trouble before. You know, this was a toxic relationship that I think both families just wished that they had gone their separate ways. And it's just not what happened. They kept trying to work it out." District Attorney Fonnie Willis.
We here in Fulton County need to do what they've done all across the country and create a family justice center so the victims here, when they are going through this abuse, they have somewhere to go and resources to help them to rebuild their lives.
Who is the victim when they're both rumbling each other?
Right. They're going to say that
When it's dead?
Yeah, because she's dead, and the other woman, well, you see her on video walking to the car and coming back with the gun.
But that's what I'm saying. So when you're in a situation and y'all both constantly fighting, breaking up, constantly fighting, getting back together, it's almost like that's what you're looking for, that toxic relationship.
Yes, some people like that, Philip. Some people like their life it's nothing going on in their life if they ain't arguing and running down the street. To me, it ain't worth it. To me, ain't sitting around and stalking. I can't see myself sitting around and hanging outside somebody's house or setting their damn car on fire. I can't see myself setting a woman's car on fire. For what? If I'm worried about somebody else like that so much that I'm not doing anything for me. So some people think that stuff is like they're bored if none of that stuff is going on.
It's funny because I watch a lot of ID shows and what's the other channel? ID
not
A&E. It's like TV One or something like that where they show like the same situations, but they always start off how this girl was so smart and they show the family. Oh, she was so smart, she was loving, she could get shirt off her back. She was in school. She was so smart. She was doing things with her life. And I say this all the time to Shay. I say, all right, just get to the part where she chose the wrong guy. And of course, you know, it's a jailbird thug drug dealer that she chose to be in a relationship with and wound up killing her every single time.
Yep.
Now, I guess we're in one of those pop-up showers that Brad just talked about. In 2022, we covered that bond a judge gave in the earlier alleged incidents, a statement then attributed to Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis said, in part, my office opposed bond in this case. Cases involving domestic violence often involve ongoing danger to the victim. We tried to reach out in a number of ways to the defense attorney today. Reporting live, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
All right. So we going to Marietta, Georgia, where 49-year-old Carl Delano Torjagbo was convicted of 7 crimes after obtaining a fraudulent 9.6 million PPP loan and filing fraudulent tax returns that generated a $3.4 million IRS refund. Instead of using it for what he stated he would, prosecutors said he used the loan and a fraudulently obtained tax refund to pay personal debts and expenses.
Damn, they still snatching people up for PPP loans?
Yep. Here's the report.
Money was intended to help small businesses, but it went to fancy cars and property. Fox 5's Denise Dillon talked to the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia about the case.
Carl Torjagbo used some of that money to buy this house.
She's like an old soccer mom. Look like she only just take kids to the soccer game, not a news
Authorities
reporter.
say he cheated the government out of millions of dollars so he could lead a lavish lifestyle.
Torjagbo is a fraudster from Marietta.
During the pandemic, Carl Torjagbo got a $9.6 million Paycheck Protection Program loan. On top of that, he filed fraudulent tax returns that generated a $3.4 million IRS refund.
That's $13 million of money obtained from the federal government through fraud.
He spent that money on this home in East Cobb, land in Northwest Georgia, a number of high-end vehicles,
Damn, boy.
a down payment on a 72.
Motherfuckers always got a flash, don't they?
And our African brother, he probably said that, boy, America is paid with gold because I got $13 million and I ain't had to do shit. How y'all struggling? And I got $13 million and I got a doing $3 million check from the IRS for doing nothing.
Surgery.
Got himself $15,000 worth of gladiator abs.
Torjagbo.
Oh my goodness, man!
What is that?
He bought fake abs. He bought fake abs.
Oh, abs like stomach.
Yes.
Oh shit.
PPP loan claiming he had a company, Kremkov Industries.
Kremkov Industries was running a gold mine in Ghana.
The company was fake, and so were the hundreds of employees.
But what did they have to do with? Well, what did they have to do with the government and PPP loan if you having a mine in Ghana?
Because they was just giving it to everybody. That's what we talked about. No matter if the story was straight out of left field, they was getting approved because they know they was coming back later to get tax that ass.
Yep.
For him,
according to Torjagbo, 493 people who were living in the United States but working a mine in Ghana. And he identified by name a number of those employees to the banks. Individuals like Keanu Reeves, Gene Hackman, Oliver Twist, Jon Snow.
Oliver Twist, though?
And Jon Snow.
That's what I'm saying. With the names on the list, you should have said, hold the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Notorious fraud.
While it may seem almost comical, the money Torjagbo received was meant to help small.
What he should have did when he got that money and he cashed it, he should have took the money out, transferred it somewhere else in a Switzerland account or wherever how they do, and went right back to Africa. That's what he should have did. But he's staying here buying all that shit.
He should have buried half of that shit in his fucking grandma's backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Businesses that were barely getting by during COVID.
But it's horribly offensive that this was money meant to help struggling Americans, and it was wasted and abused by this criminal.
Torjagbo will be sentenced in November. The maximum he could receive, 170 years. In Marietta, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
It's funny how you can get 170 years for stealing money, but motherfuckers are committing murder and getting less time.
Right. We going to Alvarado, Colorado, where victims track stolen phones to ecoATMs. That's those machines that they have in Walmart where you can cash, you can take your phone in. Yeah. And I'm so shocked that it's stolen phones actually in that machine. Here's the report.
It depends. It isn't often you see our Steve on Your Side producer, Anna Houston, on this side of the land. So how did you know he was here? But that's her, on a Monday morning in March, in the entrance of an Arvada Walmart.
Our daughter's phone had been stolen, and they were able to track it.
It shows up right here. See, Anna spent the weekend staring at a map on her phone, watching her daughter's phone move from the Joann's on Colfax and Lakewood, where it was swiped, to a nearby apartment. It rode the light rail. Stopped at several bus stations in Denver.
Which is the reason why, this is the main reason why I wouldn't mess with nobody's phone. This is the exact reason right here. Stealing phones and all that shit.
This is a tracking device.
Exactly.
Apartment, a 7-Eleven. Then it landed at a Walmart in Arvada where it just stopped. stopped.
We never want someone to go try to recover any stolen property themselves. Give us a call.
Chase Amos is with Arvada PD, who Anna called when the phone stopped at that Walmart and she realized what was in the lobby.
I called them.
An ecoATM.
It's a company where you can sell your old, unneeded personal devices, your cell phones, for cash on the spot.
The automated machines ask for an ID and a charged phone. They take the phone and spit out cash.
Okay, I see.
As Anna stared at that drawer full of cell phones, she couldn't help but wonder how many others might have been stolen too.
iPhone locked to owner.
Arvada police told us Anna's case is only the second they've heard of.
Do you think that's underreported maybe?
It might be. I think, stolen phones in general probably are.
Steve on Your Side asked local police departments for records on cases involving ecoATMs. We found 358 mentions of the machines in cases in Aurora in the last 12 years. 383 mentions of ecoATMs in Denver police reports since 2020. And 26 cases in Inglewood in the last 5 years.
What happened to your phone?
On St. Patrick's Day last year, I see some guys walking behind me. Didn't think much of it. Next thing I know, I'm like laying on the ground.
Michael Dills is one of those cases.
I get home, pull out my iPad, pull up Find My, and I'm like, that's really weird. It's at a Walmart in Inglewood.
Dills says he went to the Walmart and realized that his phone was pinging inside the machine. So he called ecoATM and says they told him there wasn't much they could do at the time.
No, you should have went to the security in Walmart and tell them to open it. They got the keys to open that shit.
They might not.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. Well, because that's like when you see like a snack machine in the lobby or a soda machine, and then fucking rob you, and they say, "Well, you got to call the number because our security and people in our building don't have keys to those." They got a guy that come out to these places with the key that they open it up, restock it, put the money in there and shit like that. We didn't even have a key when I worked at the Wash back in the day. And we had all them snack machines up there.
And it'll arrive at our warehouse in Louisville, Kentucky, and we'll ship it back to you. No charge. Maybe a week and a half later, something like that. It pings at the warehouse in Louisville, Kentucky.
So Dill says he called again.
They're saying, no, it's definitely, it's not. We searched our records, this and that. And I'm like, it is. I'll send you screenshots. Like, it's at that warehouse. So I'm just getting the runaround, basically.
So now they stealing. Yeah.
And then I got a random text from a UK phone number.
I've bought an iPhone. It have your messages, emails, cards, banknotes.
And then they started saying like, well, I'm going to like get your personal data and all this stuff. And that escalated.
The phone is going to be auctioned on the black market with your personal information. And that was the last Dill heard from them. In a statement, ecoATM told Steve on Your Side they never could locate Dill's phone and acted in good faith, sending him a replacement.
I can't help but look at this and think, could this just
It was a nice ass phone. They stole it. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Somebody opened it and said, "Oh shit, the new iPhone in here. Oh, this is mine."
Mm-hmm.
kind of a venue for stolen property?
At face value, the idea that you can walk in and sell stolen property to a machine, it seems like the perfect vehicle to further your crime. I'm impressed with ecoATM's verification methods.
Here's how it works.
There are a series of steps you have to go through at the machine that are in place to ensure that you're fully identified in the event that that is a stolen device.
Yep, so I see them. It seems the best thing you can do if your stolen phone ends up in that machine is to intercept it at the machine.
We're trying to verify it.
Back in that Arvada Walmart, police figured out which of these phones belonged to Anna.
Posizione di iPhone può essere visualizzata dalla persona.
Verified the serial number.
Yeah, this is it.
Ending the phone's long, strange trip.
Now the full door is fixed.
She was so excited when she got back to the office and had the phone in her hands. ecoATM does keep a copy of a photo ID and a thumbprint, and the company says it has live people looking at IDs and the camera feed from that machine to verify the seller is who they say they are.
Yeah, okay, sure they do.
Provide that information to law enforcement if a phone is reported stolen. But after reviewing all the cases, we didn't find one with a prosecution because it's hard to prove that the person who sold the phone is the person who stole the phone. This is a good time to remind people to look for and write down both the serial number and the IMEI number on your phone. They're usually in the About section in your settings. And if you lose your phone, report that number to police. You can look it up in a database. They can look it up in a database, potentially get it back to you. Steve Stager, Steve on Your Side, 9 News.
I have so many questions.
Yeah, me too.
Number one, how much money do you get for said phone?
It ranges. If it's a good phone in good condition, you can get quite a few $100 for it. In the case of Anna's daughter's phone, it was $31. We know that because ecoATM provided all the information to the police department.
You doing all that for a $31 phone? Just go get another phone.
Yep.
To try to start an investigation. But the problem with Anna's investigation...
What you can do is you can call your service provider and have them brick the phone so that way nobody can use it and they can't get all your information.
Well, back in the day, you can do that on your own. So can you still do that on your own now?
Yeah, if you set up like one of them Find My Phone apps and all that shit like that. I have it on my phone. I haven't been on it in a while. But you can jump on any computer and go to your phone. You can lock it or wipe it clean, make it scream, all that shit.
Oh, okay.
The police basically told her, we can look into this, but proving the person who sold the phone is the person who stole the phone is really, really difficult, and likely why we didn't find any prosecutions as we look back on this.
No one's going to say I did it.
No.
The other thing is report it right away, because that does at least speed it up. And I'm sure that they would tell you a million times, don't follow the ping yourself.
Don't do it. Yeah, do not go to the place where you see the phone pinging. But if you do see it pinging in like the entrance of a store, call the police and let them know you know where it is. You think it might be inside one of these machines and get it back that way.
Super interesting. That was a great story. We're glad Anna's daughter got the phone back.
Yes.
I would probably go there.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I would probably go there if I had I don't have these high expensive ass phones. But if I had like one of these high expensive phones where you paying a fucking phone note on and all that shit, thousands of dollars and shit, and it's pinging in your neighborhood, I'll probably go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would too.
And I'll even ring the doorbell, or I'll sit in my car and wait for somebody to come out, and then I'll say, "Yo, you got my phone? Now you can just give me my phone, or we can get the cops involved." And 9 times out of 10, they'll just give you the phone.
Right? Yeah, I would go there too.
But
she was probably
females. I don't expect females to do no shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
A little trouble.
She was going to be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, that's the way it works out. Okay. All right. Thanks, Steve.
All right, y'all. You can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube and Twitter at pnljudgementals. Instagram at _judgementals. Or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. Sorry, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, walk that whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. No wonder where my crew is at.